this going? Is this good? Oh, we're live. Are we live? We're live. We're live. Okay. I should get out of there. And my audio should be good. Let me turn my phone on Do Not Disturb. One second with the technical difficulties. Okay. So, hi everyone, we're gonna try a live stream. Try something a little different. So I've been a little absent on my channel here for a while now, and I've been wanting to get back into it. But one of the things that's been keeping me absent is I've been working as a VFX artist, actually, and staying pretty busy at that, which I'm very happy and thankful with. But I thought I should take you guys through kind of the whole process from beginning to end. Instead of doing like the short form stuff that I usually do, I wanted to show the entire... Let me get that out of the way. A little distracting. I wanted to show like the entirety of the process from beginning to end of a shot that's a little more complex. And so as I was looking for like a shot to work with, I was thinking, okay, like maybe I'd go into like Action VFX. They have like some sample footage you can work with. Let's see. Let me go over to there. So initially I was thinking something like that, and this is like free to download because they have, you know, green screens and just people doing different stuff. But that's not the only place you can find footage. You can find it on other things. This is a Pexels. It's like free stock footage. Anyway, long story short, I haven't gone through the shot that I'm going to do yet. I'm going to show you the whole process of just like the problem solving. It's going to be interesting at times, slow at times, but we'll just stick with it. Anyway, I found this guy's page, which is he's like a drone flyer, Stefano Ronaldo, and some of these were really gorgeous. And so initially I was thinking, okay, maybe I could take one of these shots and have like something kind of flying through it. And then I was like, you know, these are kind of low to the ground actually, which is what makes them work, because you get all that like whooshing parallax. And then I was like, okay, maybe I could have somebody like flying through or something. And it was like this shot, you know, you could have like a reflection going there. And then there was these, oh man, so some of these were really cool. This one where the camera like swoops up and goes down. This wasn't initially what I was planning on doing, but I was like, you know what? It'd be really cool actually to do like a, almost like I was thinking like a Last Airbender, like Aang flying with his staff, type of thing. Because I was thinking either that or Superman, but I'm like, this is kind of low speed for doing like a Superman thing. And then I was like, oh well, Superman, there's a new movie coming out, so then that might be, you know, better for like a search engine algorithm. But no, I think I want to animate somebody. I want to animate an airbender with a bow staff, so we're going to do that instead. So anyway, that was the long story short of what we're going to be doing. We're not going to finish this in one live stream. This is going to be a multi-step process. But anyway, you can download this. This shot is what we're going to be working... Oh, there's people in this shot. Hold on. I just noticed there's people in this shot. We'll see how to deal with that. But I'm thinking we take this shot... after we track it, we might could even change up this bridge. I don't know, we're going to see. But I was thinking animating Aang like running up this column, and then doing like a flip or something maybe around here would be fun, and then like swooping around, and then the camera just kind of tracks with him. This might be way too ambitious, but I'm like, you know what, there's not a lot of like big stuff like this out there on YouTube. They're usually a lot more controlled, the types of shots that you work with, and they're kind of best case scenarios. But this will have a lot of different tracking issues, and just there's lens flares, there's real world compositing issues that you'll come into if you're out there doing stuff and you watch movies that have stuff like this. So let's get started. So anyway, I downloaded this. Yeah, so let's just get the footage tracked to begin with. I'm gonna track it, I think, in After Effects instead of in Blender. Because what? Well, let me go back to the shot. Because what I'm thinking is the type of shot that this is. Blender's very good whenever the points are pretty visible throughout the entirety of the sequence, but whenever you have these swooping stuff, it struggles a bit more. And After Effects, it's a little limited in what it can track, but the things that it can track, it actually does pretty well. It's a click button, and when it works well. And there's ways of actually exporting After Effects tracks into Blender, which I actually just did a quick refresh, because I do it every now and then. But if you look up on YouTube, just After Effects track to Blender, this video pops up, and it has a little download link and explains just how to do it. So you can reference that. Reference that for this. Okay, let's get this started, because this is actually probably going to take a minute. Import file. I just downloaded it. Is it this one? Yeah, that's the one. We're going to change this. Right now it's set to 25 FPS. We're going to change it to 24 just for the sake of my sanity. New comp from selection. I really want to play around with different track. Do we need to trim this? No, we'll just start with the whole thing. Track camera. Mostly flat scene. Render track points. Do we want detailed? I don't actually know what this button does. Sometimes I do it though. Just because, I don't know, maybe sometimes it works. But while that's going, we can talk about what else we're going to do. So after we get this tracked, we're going to need like an Ang model. I was going to show you kind of where I get some different models, because there's places you can go to well, you can buy models for one, but there's places you can go, like Sketchfab, where you can actually like download just free models of stuff. And so I was gonna do that, but I couldn't really find something that looked anything like downloadable. Like these things you can just like download and stuff. I couldn't find anything that looked like Ang though. And then I was like, oh well, Mixamo, which is what we're gonna. Oh, what is this? Is that a Minecraft cathedral? Or is it just blocky? Hold on, we're on a side quest right now. Wow. This is built parkour. This is Minecraft, isn't it? Huh. Okay, anyway. We are gonna kit bash something basically from Mixamo, because Mixamo has like these different characters, and it was better than like the scans I was finding on Sketchfab, because these are a little more costumey. Proceed with, you know. So I'm like, maybe we can work with something, and I found this character because I was like, wait, what does Aang look like? This character is like this archer type thing. It's a woman, but we can fix that. Aang, Last Airbender. Because I'm like, he has, well, sometimes he has like this like draping, like he's like shirtless, but he has like these pants and these socks. We're not going to get a good look at him because he'll be fast moving, but I was thinking this mesh might actually work if we modify, because there's boots and there's leggings, We can give it a different paint job. We can get rid of the arrows in the hood and the hair. So relative to this, like if this was a larger production, you'd have a model. Well, larger productions, you would. It'd basically be a lot more segmented. That's one of the difference between like smaller, kind of the smaller studios and the larger ones. Let's download VFX binary. Yeah, that's fine. One of the differences between the smaller studios and the larger studios is that the smaller studios tend to hire more like generalist, where it's fewer people, but you do more variety. Whereas the larger studios, they specialize, and so they have a lot more people, and they hire somebody who's very, very good at one particular thing, and so it gets a lot more segmented. But the quality is different. But we're going to anyway, that tangents. I'll just say if this was like a large production, you'd have an Aang model, you'd have your character, and that would be done by a specific artist. But we're just gonna kit bash this and pretend that the production came to you and said, "Hey, let's make a live action Last Airbender client. No, live stream." I'm getting distracted. Meshes. Pretend the client came to you and be like, "Hey, can you do all of this?" That's the moral of the story. File, import. We're going to import this and see what we can do. Expansion. Random work. No. Live stream. I should have cleaned up my folders. Does this have the materials with it? Yes, perfect. That is 54%, so we're just going to keep going here. Let's get rid of these cufflinks. Aang doesn't really have those. Let's delete all this. Delete all this. Hold on, I'm just going to check the live stream and make sure everything's operating properly. Because I don't do this enough to know if everything's working. Let's see, is there volume? Because I don't do this enough to know if everything's working. Perfect, okay. Let me turn the volume down. I'll just keep that going. Let's keep going. Let's see what's under the hood. I kind of want to, because Aang has this one covering, like this shoulder cloak thing, and I wanted to keep a bit of that. So maybe I could delete just this hood section. Turn the volume off, sorry. Oh, and is she bald? Perfect. You're not going to see any of this in close-up anyway, but... With the shoulder strap. This loincloth thing too. Let's get rid of that. The front. Oh, that's painted on. Oh, is this? Some of this we're not really gonna see up close anyway, but we'll get rid of that. Let's see how our tracks. Oh, it's solving. And meanwhile, let's save this. Solving the camera. I'll just keep going. You can paint the head to be bald. Probably should do this in a different program, but we're here anyway, so it's a quick fix. I should rewatch this show too. Well, I've only watched it through one time, fairly recently, because I had never seen it, and so I was like, I should give it a watch, and it was very good. I'm gonna be painting an arrow here anyway, I guess, so. Oh, I didn't even explain what I'm doing. So the clone, the clone stamp tool, if you've not used it much, it stamps from the 3D cursor where it's at to where your mouse is at. I should have clarified that. So we're just going to keep on clicking and painting in the meantime. But see, when I keep going, this is like this ear texture and the edge of that. So that's the... If you used Photoshop or other things, I have like a clone tool, you'll know this workflow. There might even be a way of setting the 3D cursor not in edit mode. I'm sure there is. It's looking a little wrinkly, but I guess bald heads can be wrinkled. There we go, maybe a receding hairline. Yeah, that works. Oh, meu Brasil, caro, should listen to more opera. Let's see how this... Okay, this is done. Looks good. Let's give this a save as well while we're at it. Stream recordings. Just do... AE Last Airbender Comp. I guess I don't need to label it AE because it's obviously an After Effects file. And whenever we... Let's see how this tracked. So in After Effects, it'll make all these little tracking points. And you can actually... It hasn't created a 3D camera yet, I don't think. Or has it? I don't know. I'm not an expert in After Effects. But I do know that you can create null objects or planes at the intersection, at the faces of basically 3 tracking points. Oh, create solid in camera. Okay. And so that way you can kind of see how a 3D object behaves in this track. Let's buffer it and see. Oh, that buffered so fast. It's a little bit slippy. Whenever you're dealing with, like, things that don't have direct contact, you can get away with a lot of stuff in the track. And so the latter half of this, I'm not really worried, where the camera's just flying along. This whole section, because there's not a frame of reference for how much slipping there is, because he's just going to be, like, flying like that. The first part of this, because I kind of wanted him to, like, run up this column, and it looks like it's sliding around. Let's see, actually. If we reproportion this... Actually, is there a... Let's see if there's a... There's nothing that's, like, along this wall, is there? Because it'd be nice to add a plane and scale it up and see how well it tracks. Because whenever you import this into Blender, you can actually import these solids as planes. And if we did that and it's tracking where it's supposed to, you should be able to just use it as a... How close is that? You should be able to just use it as a, like a, for the contact, like a shadow catcher type of thing. That's the underside of it. Anything? Anything? These are all on the ground. These are, like, not perpendicular, because it looks like it angles up at the very end. Let's see what... No, I don't think that's gonna work. I don't know, let's gonna scale it and see. I'm just trying to get this lined up to be parallel with the column. Just slide it in a little bit. I'm not using this, by the way, for whoa. I'm not going to be using this to actually modify the column itself. If you were going to do that, you'd do just like a track directly onto it, or some. Well, there's a lot of different routes to get to where you're going, but I'm mostly just wanting this as a frame of reference to see how well it sticks, and then if it sticks well enough, I'm going to use it for contact shadows and a frame of reference in the animation process. Now, how do I scale it width-wise? There we go. That's what I was trying to do. It's very... Whoop. That kind of pokes into the ground. It actually might not matter too much if it's sliding around. Let's see. We're not going for a perfect track here, because it's sliding all over the place. What do we want to do? I mean, this might work well enough for the purpose of the contact shadows. I'm thinking if it's good enough for the animation. Should we bring this into Blender for a 3D track? I don't know. I see it being a mess if we do that. We can just... We'll import it and see how well it lines up. I'm going to delete that plane and maybe find another point to create a plane along. Oh, 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 oh. Is that it? Is that it? That looks like it. Create solid. Let's rotate this. Why are they... I don't know how the After Effects tracker works. I've never tried tracking a fisheye type of thing now that I think about it. So that could be why the planes that are further away from the center of the shot are kind of like warping inward, it looks like. So maybe we need a frame of reference that's toward the center, might have the least distortion. So something here, if we can get something right here. Create solid. Let's find out. Yeah. That's definitely distorting in funny ways. It doesn't even... Let's see what happens if we rotate this. Because the track is the problem. Oh yeah, that's not parallel at all. Let's delete that, or just hide it, I guess. Let's try this one. If there's somebody watching this that's like really knows their stuff in After Effects, they're probably just cringing right now. They're like, dude, what are you doing? Yeah, this... I'm not really happy with this track, to be honest. Should we try tracking it again? Fixed angle of view. Auto detect. Let's get rid of detailed analysis. Just to see. Let's get rid of these two. Start from scratch. Meantime, we can work on Ang. I'm gonna try. This is all, yeah, this is one mesh. I'm gonna try reproportioning the mesh's body to be a little more like a child boy. Some of that, reduce the chest, not that much. Broaden the shoulder a little bit. Some of this chest detail is like painted on. So I don't know, maybe this is Ang from that play, actually. Oh, what are they called? I forget. I'm forgetting the name of the thing. The name of the thing. I was going to do a paint over of this, but let's see. Let's do something really lazy, actually. So here we have the Let's change the lighting. Let's download lighting actually that looks like this. Let's find an HDRI. You can find these here at, I keep calling it HDRI Haven because that's what it used to be called, but it's called Polyhaven now. Let's see, we want something outdoors and it's really sunny. We want that strong sun. That's a lake. Now we'll find something different. You can be pretty lenient with HDRIs, I've found. Maybe even something like that. Meadow. I wanted more of a harsh sunlight. Harsh. Ooh. I'm thinking between this one and this one. Little Paris. Let's try Little Paris. Let's just get this downloaded. And then in Blender, if we go to the world settings, we can open up this. We can also rotate. I have not Mesh Wrangler, Node Wrangler. So I just did Control T for a little like hotkey there. Let's make this backlit. Why is this so dark? Oh. Can brighten it up though, because I want to keep some of these details that are already in place, you know. So we can do that. Color mix. Mix color. Make this orange. Not that orange. So basically this replaces the, this is a blending mode. So it replaces the color values, but it keeps the luminance values. It does some other stuff too, let's see if we set it all the way. Yeah, it looks like it replaces that value, but keeps any luminance. Let's make this brighter. Desaturate a bit. Actually, I want to take it down some, because I want to keep some of these details in here. It's too shiny right now. Let's see, metallic, get that. Oh, metallic was causing some big issues. Yeah, we're gonna mess with the shading later. Later for sure. World object. Let's get some bump. Because I don't think there is any bump, is there? There is. There is bump, but not enough. Two. Two is cool. I need like a fabric-y. Fabric. Free download. Is this free? I bet it's not. Is this free? I bet it's not. Oh, that is JPEG. I don't like the way it looks though. I want something like, you know, like that, like where you see the holes in it. Let's try that. That works. Let's go back to Blender, add a image, open, fabric, make it a bump. Bump. Strength. Oh wait, normal. That's exactly what we're looking for. This one, this into roughness? Nah. I don't want specular to be as shiny. Maybe that's good for now. Oh, yes. Let's see how this looks. Don't care about the ground. I do care about this. Is there any... Oh, create solid. Let's see what that looks like. Huh. Well, that doesn't look good. Nope. Let's get rid of that. These are all on the ground. Anything that runs vertically with this face, I guess that's one. Come on, After Effects, you're better than this. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh. Oh. Hold on. Okay. Okay. It's a little off, but that's good enough. Good enough for our purposes. If we're gonna modify the bridge later on, which I wanted to make it look like more old and more in the setting of the world because this is all modern. So almost, I was thinking something like keep the columns but replace the top of this with something more, a little more castle-y. Like maybe he's um, in Bossing Say or like something, you know. You know what I'm going for? Do y'all see the vision? I don't know. Anyway, let's try exporting this and see what it looks like. If we, I believe, I don't, let's see. You select the plane, you select everything you want to export, you go to scripts, export composition data to JSON. You're only going to see this if you installed the script from the video I mentioned earlier. Export the allow script write file settings table. It must be enabled. Oh, I guess it's not allow scripts. Okay. It's particular about its data. Save to. Save. Export whole comp. Yeah. Why not? Sorry, I just got distracted. Then, once we are in Blender, we got a file import After Effects composition. Import this. Let's see. Okay. Little funky, little funky. So you. Let's edit the footage as the background just to see the thing. I think I just saved it to my desktop like a loser. This might load better if I do this. 25. I had the frame rate in the. Oh, date modified. Date modified. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Perfecto. We might want to export some more stuff, like a ground plane down here if we want to do like reflections. We're going to need a frame of reference for that. But in the meantime, let's try doing a little bit of layout. I'm not going to keep... No. Viewport. I don't have my... I'm working off my laptop, so I don't have a keyboard that has the right controls that I need. Let's add... This isn't the final mesh, but we're just gonna make a little wing thing. Oh, perfect. It's actually pretty close to how we're going to be making it, but... 90, negative. How big is it in reference to him? And flying. Oh, he's pretty small with it. Because we'll change this pose a little more. We're gonna re-rig this actually, but that's good enough for now. I'm trying to make it not look like a crucifix while we're working. Let's see. Control the parent object. Yay! Okay. So now I can kind of show you what I was thinking. Viewport, camera. Let's make him bigger. Save this file while we're at it. We're gonna have a cloth sim in this too later on. Have the thing like flapping. I think would be very fun. This is just like a layout to kind of visualize what we're doing. So I'm thinking he runs up here. Something like this. This camera is very wide. Have them fall. Which way would you rotate from that? Let's see. I am making sound effects out loud. I'm trying to like visualize the weight of it. Because I want it to be like, oh, where'd it go? To be like you feel it, like the wind catching. To slow down, you know? Let's see. Just trying to make this look natural. This is a very complicated shot, actually. Just with the weight shifts. One thing I do for shot, I'm not going to do it here because I think it would be counterproductive, but I've done other shots that have like where the camera's tracking a helicopter or something. And one thing I'll usually do is I will parent the object to the camera, because if the camera's like flying, like really flying like this one, it's difficult to have it track to an object, and without it, you just like counter animating, and then the keyframes get all messy. I'm not doing it here because I feel like it's a short enough sequence that you can hand animate it. And then this first part where it's not really tracking to the camera, I feel like it'd be more work to make the animation look independent from the camera. You could... whoosh. Sorry, I was visualizing. Whoosh. You could have it kind of parent around here, actually. You know what, maybe I'll do that. I don't like this part where it like dips. Oh, hold on. What happens if I get rid of this? Okay. Because I'm planning on having the thing close up here and him just running. So it's gonna like close down and then run, flip, and then fall. Maybe open there or have it. Yeah. This has a lot going on with it. Where? There we go. Whoosh. Kind of do something like this, maybe. Not like that. Getting the weight of this to feel natural is going to be the hard part. And we're just kind of doing this as a guide. Hello, whoever's watching this. Let's see. Okay, that works. Oh, what if the edge of this skims the water? So we have like a ground contact. Like a ch, you know? Delete that last one. Bring him forward. Where'd he go? I think something like that's kind of fun. That's unnatural. I delete that. Where does he go? No. Oh. So then it's like a ch. Probably be a little more in the water. A little more like that way, you know. Why is this drone so fast? Run, 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 run. The tricky thing, I'm trying not to have any type of artificial acceleration, you know, because he's not Superman where he's just going, you know, he doesn't have his own internal force of moving. Well, I guess, I don't know if he pushes the wind. But I want the motion to be a lot more kite-like, where it's reactionary to the environment, instead of just like that, like where he just accelerates out of nowhere. I'm trying to avoid that type of feeling. Move forward. Where do you go? Start getting him away from the ground. Oh yeah, that's very natural. Hold on. If I space it out, sometimes it's less noticeable. Like that. Like there is a bit of an artificial acceleration, but it feels a little more natural there. Some fly. Oh. Oh yeah. And I know this looks terrible and all these keyframes are easing in and out. This is just like rough blocking, so keep that in mind. This is not any type of final animation. I think you would need to... because we'll need to get into like the curves of all this. I think he gets too much altitude there. No, I want to end like a bit on the silhouette. I was thinking, let me add a few keyframes to this. We're going to create a different rig later, but just to kind of visualize the blocking more, something. Oh no, is my alarm going off? So that we can see viewport camera. These arms too. This is not an animation workflow at all. How late do we want this to come out is the question. Like, do we want him to fall for a second before the stick opens? Like that. Maybe there. See what that looks like. Hide that. Run. No, I think it should open earlier, actually. I don't know, this part just feels really artificial. To me, where's those keyframes? Shape keys. Those. Something like that. Then we're gonna have a actually, oh, could we do? Hold on. Cursor to selected. Oh wait, no vertex. Let's add a few like particles. It'd be kind of cool to have whenever he's falling to have like streamlines on the edges of this, like a jet stream, but we'll save that for another day. What I want to do is have, let's see, source, no, not source, vertex groups, density group. I want to have some particles come out right around here. 343, start 343, and 352. Let's try that. So something like like that, but it's doing this whole thing for some reason. That's gonna mess with shape keys. Oh, it didn't. Okay. Let me remove from the group and then just add the bottom one because it's emitting from the faces for some reason. Yeah, that's what I want. Make it more random. Velocity, randomize. Randomize. Okay, so this is what we're going for. I think that needs to happen a few frames sooner. 3, 3, 4, 2, maybe 3, 4, 1. And then end like a few frames sooner, because he's getting close to the rocks. Now that I'm looking at it, after the dip, because I think the water would like pull him a little bit. What if we close it so he's like dodging this bush? Nah, that doesn't read well. If he was flying through through something, that'd be kind of cool. Cool thing to do. But I'm not seeing it. I think it needs to be open at the beginning to get some velocity. My throat is failing me. So something. Whoa. Oh, that's what the deal is. Yeah, something like that. Let me set the opacity all the way. Oh. Let's hide grid floor. Even do what color is this? It's like a reddish orange. So this is what we're going for. Are we aiming too high? No. No, we're not. I want it to kind of be gliding. Let's just export this and see what it looks like. Temp frames. Temp ang. Film. Transparent. Save it. Wait, can we do like lighting too, actually? Scene light, scene world. I don't know, Eevee doesn't usually play well with HDRIs, object world. But let's see if we can get like a backlighting. Oh, that's fun. I like that. Alrighty, does this render those particles as well? Let's find out. It doesn't. Okay, hold on, let's make a little, well first let's bake that actually. I'm just about to stop the stream for now. First let's bake it. First let's bake it, then we make it. Icosphere. And then make a little mesh for this to render. That way. Let me make sure that sphere is not in the way either anywhere. I don't know what that plane is. Whoosh. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Okay, let's viewport render animation. Probably shouldn't do too much at the same time while it's rendering because I'm also live streaming and then I have like a few different things open that are processor heavy. But anyway, this was episode 1. I don't know how many streams it's going to take to finish this shot actually. I feel like it's a lot. But anyway, this is a start. This will be a fun journey. And I will see you on the... I don't know why I'm closing out. I can't close out until this is done. I will see you on the next one, though, in just a second. Let's see. Anybody watching? I know, I'm also new to live streaming, so I don't really know how it works. I don't know how to fill the dead air, as it's called. So we'll be on a learning journey together with a few different things. I swear I hear like somebody else clicking buttons. After Effects. I'm gonna load this into here and then export so that way I can see temp frames. Temping. Change that image sequence because it's 30 for some reason. Oh, and it's the wrong resolution. Let's buffer this. Let's close out Blender so we don't crash everything. After this is done buffering, I'm going to turn the stream off. I just wanted to see kind of what the shot is looking like. We might even need a different model to, well, we're gonna clean up the model and make it look, try to get it more realistic. I'd like to do, well, I'm gonna do cloth simulations for the bow staff, the wings. Let me just export this real fast. Export. Renders. Temp. Comp. Ang. Work in progress. Progress. Render. So anyway, this was a lot of fun. This was a first start, as I said, to a lot of episodes. I don't know how many episodes it's going to take to actually have this to a presentable point, but we will see. See what it is. I don't remember the Avatar theme song. Does anyone know the theme music to Avatar? Oh, what's the one song? I forget. It's like it's the credits one. It's like that. I'm showing how little I know the source material of the thing I'm working on. I should have added a motion blur on it. Well, it's temp anyway. But we're gonna see, because some of these motions are a little weird to me, weird and floaty. I see the keyframes, and when you're animating, I don't like seeing the keyframes, because real life doesn't have keyframes. So, getting it to be very organic is the goal. Wow. Let's see. Huh. That's pretty cool to me, actually. I'm happy with that. So, I will officially end the stream here. Thank you for sticking around and watching this, and we will continue. Toodaloo.